Hey everybody. Alright, so this is what my plan is. I'm going to make some maple mead, maple wine, whatever you want to call it. So what I have is 1 gallon of maple syrup I made the other day, yeast nutrient, a carboy, and what you hear is my RO filter. I've got pure maple sap in this. It's only about 1.5% sugar. But when it comes out of my RO machine, I'm about 4%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump that maple syrup in my carboy, and then I'm going to add the condensed maple sap in the carboy with the maple syrup, and then I'm going to add the yeast nutrient and some yeast. So let me get started at this, and we'll see how, once I get this in the jug, I'll film a little bit more. I don't know if this holder is going to work or not, but we're going to give it a shot. We'll get the maple syrup in here first. I figure the sap, when it goes in, it'll help mix it up. That machine's a little bit noisy, so hopefully you can hear me on this. Worst case scenario, I've ruined 1 gallon of maple syrup. Made quite a bit already this year, so not a big loss one way or the other. It's the last day of February 2017. Sap's not really running right now, so hopefully we get a few more weeks. I collected about 40 gallons today. I've got about 60 taps out, so not real great. This is actually a 6-gallon carboy, so I'll put 6 teaspoons of yeast nutrient in it. And hopefully we can get a fermentation going. I'll have to dump all over the back of my Ranger. I'll have a mess. Alright, so there's that. We'll rinse this out, no sense wasting any of the sap, or the syrup rather. So I know a lot of people can't do this with the sugar content this high in the sap, but I made this machine earlier this year. It's working really good. So if you see any of my other videos, you'll see how I built it. Alright, that's pretty good. So it's going to take a little bit, so I'm going to stop for a few minutes. I'll video here a little bit. Okay, I got my yeast nutrient and some hot water. I'm going to add that to the carboy now. And then once it gets filled up, I'll put the yeast in. This is 6 teaspoons of yeast nutrient, just because this is a 6-gallon carboy. Alright, so there's that. We have to wait for this RO. It takes a little while for the RO machine to get all the sap in this. You can see the reaction in there from the yeast nutrient. I think you see the different color in the carboy. Hopefully that's a good thing. So this is the yeast I'm going to use. It's a champagne yeast, I believe. It says wine on it, but when I ordered it from Amazon, it was listed as a champagne yeast. So hopefully it'll start better and ferment a little higher. Okay, so I got this carboy just about full. I'm going to leave a little bit of headspace until primary fermentation gets out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and pitch the yeast I've had warming up over here in a cup. So with that, rinse that down a little bit. More warm water. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a paper towel over this tonight, over the mouth, and put a rubber band on it. Let this start working. I don't want it to blow up here in my garage, so we'll just shove it back here and come check on it tomorrow. I can make it splash out of there. And I actually had enough. I've got another one going here. So I'm going to fill that one up. I'm going to repeat the process. Put the yeast nutrient in it, and then the yeast. And I'll keep everybody up to date. I'll come out here tomorrow and we'll check on this, see if the fermentation started. It's supposed to be warm, so hopefully I have fermentation started. If not, we'll have to deal with that then. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll try to answer them. Hit like and follow along. I'll keep updates on the mead, see how it goes. Alright, good luck. So I thought I'd make one more video. I figured I'd check, see what the potential alcohol is of this. I should have done that earlier and I didn't give it a thought. So let's see what we end up with here. Should be pretty high. There's a lot of sugar in this, so. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it's right at 12.5%, which should be just about perfect. So I don't know if you can see that on there or not. It might be a little bit of a glare. But potential alcohol, about 12.5%, which is exactly what I would want. So I guess we'll dump this back in the carboy. I'll put the yeast in it, and we'll check in again in a few days.